In a city of spectacle and grandeur, the biggest show in town right now is right here, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And away we go at Allegiant Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First carry here for Ashton Genty. And no questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Up 2nd and 2.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Pass play now. That's to the rookie out of Michigan State. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. That's a Vegas 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
1st and 10 from the 32. Shotgun give here to Genty. He's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Back to Genty. Saw it lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Pass play coming here. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! The Raiders take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Brock Bowers, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. He's got it on the bootleg. And he's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
33, yellow. Check, hut.
Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they should be facing 3rd down to begin this ballgame.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Ready. 10 black. Cut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. Brought in inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Rob Flett, first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Black, 95. Ready.
Back to throw. Into the end zone, but not brought in. It falls incomplete. And we'll bring up 3rd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Set, ready. Red, 38. Black, red. Claws, red. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Space on the right. He's got room. 30. 10. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I don't know about you, Brock, but I can almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's about 30, 40 yards into his return. Then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go.
Back to the air following that pick 6. Short pass brought in. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
16 yards.
It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
First and 10, on to Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Ready?
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Yellow, 43.
Back to throw now. Finds him on the slant. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Setting him on the dive. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the lines. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have second down behind the sticks. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
What?
Right here is
Not
the
good.
intended target there. So now it's going to be third and long.
You know what that route is called, right?
You see we're attacking Iran and all that? Did you see that the first time in history that Saudi Arabia is joining with us is the first Arabic country to ever go into attack with first Arabic country to ever attack another Arabic country as an ally of the United States.
And they come up big on third down there with the set.
Well, after we killed their Ayatollah Khomeini, killed him first. Like that was insane. And after that, Iran just started sending missiles to like 8 different countries around them.
Now he starts from the 6.
Like they bombed Saudi Arabia, they bombed Qatar, they bombed Israel. We already knew that was going to happen. They bombed Syria. Like they bombed like countries that like they're cool with. Like what the fuck are you? I was like I was telling Will, I was like, dude, it was like they it's like you ever seen like in the movies, like somebody gets shot when they're holding a gun. It's like, and then I was like, Khomeini got killed, and they just started spraying bullets everywhere. Like what the hell?
First play is going to be a give to Dempsey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate.
Can you see on the screen, the entire right side of the screen is dark?
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on
Like,
second down.
I don't know what the hell.
Another give here to Dempsey. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming
It's like 5,
call
6 years
a little
old.
less
We
daunting.
got it. No, it's old. We got it before we moved here.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Yeah.
Back now, pressure coming. Has him on the quick hitter. That's the first down, and he's still going. Oh, this big guy is moving. Dalton Kincaid. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 20-zip lead. Dalton Kincaid with a touchdown. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
And it looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out. So they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
6, right, 95. Drill green. Green back.
They'll work against the blitz. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Let's go.
It's mixed in on second down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the edge. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Ready.
Throw here, third down. This is hauled in by Harris. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done run too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Here we go. Strike, yellow, 22. Ready?
Back-to-back carries here. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. So the run goes backwards. What do you think, Brock? Is it time that they start getting a little more aggressive, take some more risks offensively?
Not in my book. You've not earned that right. I think a lot of play callers feel that same way, too. Man, you get to earn the right to be aggressive and take shots when you can do the basics, like, I don't know, run for a positive gain.
Four guys out wide. Here we go, third and long.
Ready. 52, boom.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
60 red. Good, 52. Claws red.
Fourth down, pass coming. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Caught quickly on the slant. They get there to take him down right around the 41. Just a yard left to go on second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Now, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much. It's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
He's dropping back to throw. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. Left side. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders boat racing them to the halftime locker room.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by it.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders continue piling on to this lead. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Ready.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Throwing from the gun here. It's his running back. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get their first point to this game just before halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Airing it out to start this drive. This is Cox. That's Bowers working downfield. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. He's going to throw it. Taking a deep shot here. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders get more points to end a lopsided first half.
Some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders grow their lead yet again.
35, Chargers 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready up.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
Set, ready. Hey,
They kick the running back in motion.
Black Ultra. Set.
The final throw before the break. He puts some air under it deep down the left. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
We go, time.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And down he goes. Raiders got it. Here for the second straight play, Brock. They're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long.
What? 180. What?
Here's the backup. First throw. He's in trouble, and they bring it down again. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Give up the guns. It's Genty. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Dropping back to throw. Here's a deep shot towards the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
Air it out on 3rd. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. In close. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders continue adding on to that lead.
42, Chargers 7.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. He powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Mixon gets it again on 2nd down. He scraped together a few yards, but not much. 3rd down coming up.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. For too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
Off to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Downfield finds Lambert Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers still need a lot more as they shrink the deficit.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
Chargers 14. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cut 19. 60 Bisons. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Get up.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Now come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set. 79. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Now the Raiders ready for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out.
At their own 11-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Wanting to start the drive, Mixon. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
16-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Hold on.
Shotgun snap here to go. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, another touchdown. You know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal.
Sick. Go trap. Go trap. 18. Pioneer. Go.
Genty on the draw. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Raiders ball, and this one looks like it may already be out of reach. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Bronco 80. Cup 19. Cup 19. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Raiders tack on 7 more to their lead.
49, Chargers 14.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They've got first down here from the 36. From the gun, Goff. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Second down now, they need 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Third down, Mixon gets it. And the run will not work. He is stopped at the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's good for a couple of yards. And the 4th down call pays off as they'll move the chains. Blown back gets the handoff. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
It's got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And he's officially in the enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Chargers just want to get out of here with how this one has gone. Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Goff back to throw. Caught out left. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
180. Listen.
Desperation time here. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Reflect, 180.
They're going to throw again. Goff. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. He's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. And they knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock, failing to connect. That brings us to 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Desperation time here on 4th. And he's got it, so they'll come a little ways back with the touchdown. The Chargers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points.
21. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They give left side to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That offensive line and that O-line coach got to look at those pictures and figure something out. Because you cannot let a defensive tackle defeat your block at the point of attack, or you're going to get a negative run time after time.
Here we go. 6.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Incomplete from the
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Track 60. Cougar 19. 79 Brock. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Byron. 7 Byron. Check over.
Third and long for him here. Taking a shot deep here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Raiders 56, Chargers 21.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20.
At their own 17-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. And the timeout's taken now as we have one, possibly two snaps remaining in this ball game. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Cut.
Goff off the play action. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Raiders make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.
Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go